baseball field and then go get it later, because they searched you when you got back to camp to make sure you weren't bringing in candy. So anyway,
I love it.
so
Would they like serve you sweets there?
no, well, we'd have some desserts like chocolate pudding or things like that. But
Oh my gosh, Auntie Tosh, you're taking a video right now?
Yeah, I want to remember Grampy's story.
okay, so the typical day was after Reveille, then you would go up to the dining hall for breakfast, and we would often start off with a song. And the song came for the most significant event during the camping period, 8-week period, and that was called Color War. The whole camp is divided into two sides. One is blue, one is gray, and you compete against your fellow campers for points to see who can win.
Like Hamlin.
Yeah,
Red and
it's
gold.
like the field day at Hamlin. But they would come up with different songs each year, and I just recently thought how creative these counselors were, because my favorite song was to a Jewish hymn, with Batman marching down the field to meet the foe in every yield. Our banners flying high, strong and bold we stand together, and virtues never yielding to the sky. For men of blue will rally around each other, each man fighting to defend our brothers as we fight. We hear people say, Batman will always win the day, valiant Batman, and then the whole mess hall would clap.
How
Fight
fun!
for victory, and victory is Lord, the victory of our story. Valiant Batman, being trained, fight for victory, victory for the blue, and the blue would say the blue, and the people who were gray, because once you were a certain color, you were that same color throughout your camping history, and they would have the victory for the gray, anyway. So after breakfast, we'd go back, and then you'd have an activity. You'd either go to archery, baseball.
Would you get to pick?
No.
Is it an all-boys camp?
Yeah. Although they had a dance, 1 or 2 dances
Ew.
where the girls danced
Ew, 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 ew.
during the course of the year. So anyway,
Yeah.
so
It's gone.
oh,
Really bad.
What is that thing?
That one's busted,
Okay.
so we're gonna be done.
Lumpia.
good.
It's a failure.
Yes.
So leave
The
behind.
activity would be archery, baseball,
Would you get to pick?
riflery. No, you were assigned the activity, but they would rotate. So you played baseball one day, archery another.
So good.
But then after you did your activity, everyone went for a swim. And the camp was on a lake.
Ooh, swimming in the lake.
Yeah, and so
Ella would have loved that with all the bugs.
the key, in order, there was a restricted area, shallow water, separated by dock, and deeper water, and
Be
then
careful now.
the whole lake. In
Lumpia!
order
you,
to
Mom.
swim
Huh?
unrestricted in the lake, you had to pass what's called the lake test,
Okay,
where
I'm
you
gonna
would
take
swim
these
the
off.
entire width of the lake, followed by a counselor in a rowboat. So everybody wanted to, do that because,
To prove that they could.
well, and to be
Have the
unrestricted
freedom.
and swim, yeah. And there was
Very
only
hot,
a
and
raft,
don't fill up, 'cause we're
floating
gonna-
raft out
okay,
there,
get a napkin 'cause it's very
unrestricted area.
hot.
And everyone always
napkin
wanted
here.
to swim.
I love how they were building the American values of like freedom
This
and
one
liberty,
looks like
by proving
Which-
that
Yeah.
you
Like this
could
one?
be responsible with it.
And
True
not only that,
Filipina.
once a week we went on overnight trips, camping trips. So, we would canoe trips down.
Fun.
Yeah.
And
down
you'd
the
take
river.
a tent and you'd
Yeah.
just stay out by the campfire with a
I
small
don't
group.
think we even had
Okay.
tents, we just had sleeping
Hot,
bags.
hot.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
Help
fun.
yourself.
Ooh, I'm excited. How's it taste? Mama, no,
Very hot.
Here, Dad.
Let me get some paper
I haven't
Open this?
opened this.
It is open.
Oh.
I just kept the lid on. Hold on, Mom. This is gross because I have this here. Okay, let me pause this. Okay.
So
Oh,
we,
So going.
in the morning, we would have activities like baseball, tennis, archery, riflery. Then at about 11 o'clock, the whole camp would have a swim. And based on your ability, you'd either, having passed the lake test, you could, swim wherever you want. and other people.
Wait, I have a question. What does it mean to like swim like without or with a counselor?
You have to swim the whole width of the lake, which was at least a half a mile, and the counselor is alongside you in a rowboat, in case you
Yeah,
need.
but like, what does it mean? Like, you can swim anywhere without a counselor being like, you can't go there. You can't
No,
go there.
if you pass the lake test, you can swim in the deep water of the lake, and there were ropes that define that area, but there was a raft at the end of it, a floating raft that could hold, 10, 20 people, Anyway, so then after lunch, you'd have a rest period, for
Or
an hour,
you would go get candy.
or go to town and get.
You ready for your crab, Miss Bella?
Yeah.
Oh, we need a new bowl. That's not gonna work.
And then
Here,
we
eat
have
over this.
the afternoon activities, and then an afternoon swim, and then dinner, and then sometimes after dinner they had what was called the watermelon league, and you would be assigned a team, and you would play softball against other teams, and whoever won the league, it was played like once a week.
Look at her. We gotta work for ours. Look how good that looks.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So once a week, and whoever won the most
Thank you.
at the end of the summer got the chow down on watermelon. They had a big watermelon feast. Anyway, so the big thing. Thank you so much. The big thing, as I alluded to, was color war, and they would always announce it. You never knew what was coming. But it was the most exciting thing, and it was always the last week of camp, so you knew approximately when it would be. But it would be like the Cowboys versus the Indians, and the counselors would come at
The Cowboys versus the Indians?
yeah, or the Confederate versus Union, or the Vikings versus
Okay,
the
we get it.
yeah, it's blue or gray, but so you competed for 3 days, and whoever against your bunkmate, because half your bunk would be blue and half would be gray, and you competed in everything: swimming, and baseball, and tennis, and the whole bit, and all.
It was like
points.
Spartan games.
Yeah.
Like current modern day Spartan
Yeah.
games.
Yeah,
That's great.
Basically like red and gold day.
Everything was.
Yeah. Like red and gold day
Yeah,
at Hamlin.
everything was subject to points, but the big point thing came was called a song and cheer contest, where these counselors, as the song I just said, would make up these songs, and it only occurred to me a few years ago that they were all to show tunes. The melodies,
Oh.
thank you, were show tunes that, Wildwood. This is one to the French national anthem. A wildwood bright has given us the fame to brighten all the world. And when
Here's
the
your
German
baby fork from when you were little.
Oh, I had
called the
five.
German national anthem. Wind and water on a hilltop, stars and northern lights above. Whispers whispering alma mater, come ye back, come all I love. Sands of reverie, now at last you light from light to love to light. Wildwood, wildwood, sculptor to light's clay. Jealous keeper of a soul.
Oh, doggy, start eating.
Yeah.
Wait, but why do you remember these? Were they the same show tune songs year
No.
after year, or
No,
new
no,
ones
it
every
was
year?
New ones every year.
And how do you remember these? If it was just one summer, each summer was a different show
Well,
tune, so you only heard that show tune
No,
one
but-
year.
No, but then, during the following year, that song became part of the library. of
Oh,
songs.
okay. So then you would hear it year
sing-
after year.
yeah,
You wouldn't hear it just once. Okay,
sing-
got
yeah,
it.
you'd sing
That
it
makes
at
sense.
breakfast.
But that's amazing that he would remember all those songs.
Oh, Grampy. You're gonna hit yourself with it.
Oh, that's okay, baby. Thanks.
Aw, that was sweet,
Crab is
Pels.
normal?
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about ours. Yours is different. John, don't
Grampy
touch
hasn't
them.
had it yet.
Don't touch them.
I'm gonna pause this until you're during the
There
course
was-
of the camp.
There was one parents' weekend, so halfway through the camp,
It's a long story.
You know, the parents would come up for
A never-ending story.
for 2 nights.
Oh, that's fun. At the end?
No,
Or
in the-
midway?
in the middle.
Oh, would you know or they surprise
You're
you?
no, no,
putting
you
some
know.
on your plate and dipping with it. Let me show you.
I remember my
Yes.
father complaining because the counselors, we
Do
played,
that.
you know, hardball, and
then
the
dip.
counselors were pitching, and my dad was saying, "Why are the counselors pitching?" You know, and it's true because the counselors would pitch, you know, slowly, whereas you know,
See,
baseball
high
was
shots are good.
made to be, you know, hardball, fast pitch, so we were at a disadvantage. Anyway.
Wait, the counselors would slow pitch to you?
No, they would, yeah, you know, they would
Overhand.
throw overhand, but it was, you know, softly. They weren't trying to strike you out.
Well, that's good. So no one would.
What did you want?
We wanted the kids to pitch.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, but imagine that.
Well,
They probably wouldn't be able to get it over the
no, I
base
mean,
a lot.
we had a school league, and I, you
Watch
know,
out, Grampy.
But probably everyone wasn't as skilled as you were.
No, 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 no. There.
thank you, Ellen.
Maybe
love
Grampy should be eating the crab.
Yeah.
Switch. Give him the.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I
Why?
don't know why.
Yeah, why didn't you
Cause I'm a
get?
baby.
Because he asked. I mean, didn't ask. I would have.
Gotta ask for that
That's
next
good
year,
enough.
Dad.
That's good.
It's more fun to work for it, Ella. Why don't you switch bowls? Aw. Ooh, best bite for Grampy.
Remember we used to do Best Buy?
Yeah.
You remember that, Elle?
Yeah.
Aw.
Try not to spill.
He did that with your mommy too, and all of us. Any final words of your story, Dad? This is the grand finale. And then
Just, you know, that I stopped going when I was, you know, 12 or 13. And,
That's very sweet of you, baby. Now you eat.
Yeah.
It's fine. I like working.
taking care of Grampy.
You're the best.
And the bee. And the baby.
That's sweet. He's got one grandchild that works him out, the other one that shucks the crab
Okay.
for him.
Here's Ella and me doing Best Bite.
Ella, you gotta
Oh, I
eat.
remember.
Grampy-
Look how tiny she is.
Let
So
me see.
cute, little L's.
Yeah, see how you're laughing? Because I would always go, hey, that's my best.
Yep. And your mommy, we
All
probably.
I ask is that you guys don't touch the